The Carolina Panthers announced this morning that they are firing their head coach, Matt Rhule. And in this video, you're going to get a Carolina Panthers fan's thoughts. I'm trying to figure out how to start this. First of all, it needed to be done. Matt Rhule obviously wasn't a good coach. Matt Rhule has the 7th worst win percentage as a head coach in NFL history. I did like that he could get the players behind him and rally around him. But just from his college scheme, like it's not going to work in the NFL. He's a great college coach, don't get me wrong. We are going to start having the rebuild, and really no team wants to rebuild, but it had to be done, and it's better to do it now than later. I do want to talk about where this puts the Panthers at this season. There's one side of me that says we're really not going to do anything at all. It's not going to change anything this season until we get a new coach. But it's also a side of me saying that Baker Mayfield's hurt now. PJ Walker's going to start a couple of games, and maybe Steve Wilks can actually turn this team around. I'm not sure if we will push to the playoffs, but I think we could still have a mediocre, decent season. Now, the bad thing is the timing of this fight. If we play the Falcons next week and then Seahawks and then Lions or Steelers or teams like that, I could say that maybe we'll make a comeback, but we're 1-4 right now, and our next 2 games are against the Rams and the Buccaneers. Even if Steve Wilks does rally this team, I don't see them beating the Rams or Bucks. So that'll put them at a 1-6 start, which really isn't great either. But after that, we play the Falcons, the Bengals, and then the Falcons again. Maybe we can still win from the Rams or the Bucks and then go on a run after. But this 2-game stretch, I think, is really going to put the Panthers behind. But honestly, it's the NFL. Who knows? You look and you have Cooper Rush for the Cowboys going off and beating everybody that he's played so far. For Matt Rhule's sake, listen, I really don't care about Matt Rhule. To be honest, as a Panthers fan, he's ruined this organization time after time again. He shouldn't have even stayed this long. He should have been fired last offseason. But yeah, I'm glad to see him gone. He's most definitely going to get a college job, and I wish him best of luck. I don't even want to talk about Matt Rhule though. Now for the next head coach, a couple guys will probably have an eye out for. Steve Wilks, obviously, was the defensive coordinator in Carolina before, went to the Cardinals, coached for 1 year, then was fired. Never really gave him a chance, if you ask me, at a head coach job. So I would like to see how he does this year. Maybe he could be the head coach going forward. Then obviously you got the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, D'Amico Ryans. I do kind of like D'Amico Ryans, but the Panthers did also fire Phil Snow. If we're going to keep Steve Wilks and put him as our defensive coordinator next season, I don't think we need another defensive-minded head coach. We need somebody with more of an offensive mind, since that's what we're struggling with so much. And just a really good defensive coordinator and a really good defensive-minded head coach, I don't think is going to collide very well. I mean, maybe they do work together, but most of the time it doesn't. So I'm looking more of a offensive coordinator for the job. Shane Steichen for the Philadelphia Eagles is a good shout. But my favorite candidate would probably be the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson. The Detroit Lions have Jared Goff as their quarterback, and they have one of the best offenses in the NFL. I know the Lions haven't really been great, but he's really turned that offense around. I haven't really thought about it too much, but that's just my first take. Obviously, like I said, this had to be done, and it's finally done. Thank you, David Tepper. I hate to say this, but thank you to the fans, because really think the final nail to the coffin was how many 49ers fans were in Bank of America this Sunday. I think he finally saw that, yeah, it's time. I can't go on with this anymore, and he just done it. I usually don't just talk about the Panthers on here unless something big happens. If you just love the NFL in general, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.